Along the various national borders, there are several cross-border communities, living, interacting, creating bonds, and exchanging cultures. This video represents the cross-border communities and their influence on the border culture networks and border regions. In order to examine the culture networks by the borders, we started our journey. A journey of discovering the different border types and the different border citizens' culture networks. Long journey to go, walking, riding trams, fast trains and airplanes. In this long journey, several things could be learned and discovered as long as the time passes. Although we are living in one global world in the 21st century, still the world is divided by many borders, which create more barriers and prevent people to easily communicate and exchange innovations and knowledges. However, we still can cross all barriers. While crossing, one can observe the borders through different ways. In air, the borders are relatively obvious, but more difficult to be distinguished and geographically located exactly. Other opportunities to witness the borders are inland. Here, a closer look for the exact borders, the border communities, and the transfrontier commuters can be observed. Inland, different types of borders and the border porous level can be witnessed. Whether it's hard borders with various check and control points, or easy access ones with almost no barriers and one can barely feel. This border status affects the border citizens network and cooperation, through which results in different exchange rates. While analyzing the borders, we need to ask, is it two-way dual exchange? Or only one-way exchange? Or even no exchange is taking place at all? Nevertheless, borders can be observed in water as well, proving the sovereignty of each country on its water outreach and its strategic offshore depth. For example, in case of Lake Constance, 3 countries are sharing the water borders, each practice its power. However, they all cooperate together for joint goals. While crossing the borders, different cultures, ideas, norms, traditions, and values appear and meet, create exchanges and bind people through networks. Cross-border communities meet, interact, and communicate, establishing two-way exchange while crossing. They act as culture senders and receivers. The world contains high complex social and culture networks. Due to people movements, interactions, and high mobilities, these culture networks are difficult to be captured. However, they are mostly needed to be analyzed in academia for development purposes. Globally, because of several and various border crossings, the world is shaped by high culture flows, which move from one region to another, giving us a high opportunity to get acquainted to each other's and open future economic collaboration possibilities. In a deeper look on culture, we asked ourselves, what is culture? Culture as a set of values? Or culture as different artifacts? Or different behaviors? All these culture patterns can be exchanged between different regions and citizens, especially in border contexts. We are different in values, ethnicities, race, colors, religions, and much more. Some regions are still having high ethnicities existence. Others are more cosmopolitan communities. However, we are all connected. The project offers analysis for the border culture networks for the first time and invaded this culture network black box arena. We offer two border culture networks analysis: Basque border ethnic region between Spain and France, and Upper Rhine border region between Germany, France and Switzerland. Denser culture networks is captured in the ethnic Basque case. And here, the journey temporarily ends, but the research continues.